Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome to the House of European Football here in Nyon, Switzerland, to all the clubs who are here with us here today, and also, of course, everyone, all the football fans following this live around the world. We're delighted to have everyone following here the UEFA Europa League quarterfinal and semi-final draw. Another year of this historic competition has given us a fantastic quarter-final lineup. The first 4 tickets for today's draw were secured in the early matches yesterday. Manchester United overcame their second consecutive Spanish opponent, and record winners of this competition, Sevilla, qualified after a 2-1 aggregate win against Fenerbahce. Last season's UEFA Europa Conference League runners-up Feyenoord are in after a clear second-leg win against Shakhtar Donetsk, and Juventus also advance with back-to-back victories over Freiburg. In the matchup of Union clubs, with both teams looking to advance to this stage of the competition for the first time, it was Union Saint-Gilloise that moved on. In North London, a wonder goal from Pedro Gonçalves and a penalty save by Antonio Adan propelled Sporting against Arsenal. This year's final in Budapest will not feature a Hungarian club after Ferencváros were beaten by Bayer Leverkusen. Lastly, the inaugural UEFA Europa Conference League winners AS Roma are a step closer to a second consecutive European trophy after knocking out Real Sociedad. So we're now just a few matches away from crowning this year's champion and seeing who will lift this beautiful trophy right here on the 31st of May. Let's take an opportunity now to take a closer look at the 8 teams remaining in this year's draw and competition. And the countdown to the beautiful city of Budapest continues. Now, of course, we're getting ready to start the draw. For that to happen, I need to invite on stage the UEFA Deputy General Secretary, Giorgio Marchetti. Welcome, Giorgio.
Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. In just a few moments, the final steps on the road to Budapest will be mapped out for our 8 quarter-finalists. This year's final 8 is a different mix of frequent contenders, past champions, and an eager newcomer looking to reach the apex of a UEFA club competition for the very first time. The unique blend of tactics, styles and players from teams from 7 national associations is sure to give us a show. 8 teams from 7 different countries showcases the strength of leagues and clubs across Europe and why the European sports model of an open competition based on true sporting merit continues to thrive. Good luck to all of this year's quarterfinalists. We look now forward to seeing you in action in the coming weeks. It is now my pleasure to welcome this year's final ambassador to assist me with today's draw.
And I'm delighted to welcome on stage Zoltan Gera. Welcome back, Zoltan.
Thank you.
Great to see you
Giorgio.
once more. You've been a permanent fixture of these draws, right? So you know how it all works. You're completely comfortable. You've been following the competition very closely, of course, and I have to ask you about the last round of 16. What stood out?
Yeah, good afternoon to everyone. Little bit disappointed, to be fair. Ferencváros went out from the competition, but I think everybody's so excited and, of course, satisfied. You know, they reached this stage. It's not normal to the Hungarian teams, so I think the better club going through, Bayer Leverkusen, of course, we have to congratulate for them.
You have obviously great experience in this competition, reached the final with Fulham. What does it take to be successful in Europe and maintain the balance in your domestic competition as well?
Yeah, I think you need a good squad, good players who are working for the team, and because with 11 players or 13 players you cannot win any championship, or you know, because you need players who are working hard. When you have a chance to play, you are ready, you are there. So you need players who are always ready and sacrifice for the team. So you need 20 players at least, I think, my opinion, and you can have a chance to reach the final.
Yeah, it's about a group and not just the ones who are playing those 11 in the starting 11. Final question about Budapest. You mentioned Ferencváros obviously were knocked out, so they won't be able to play the final at home, but they did play the second leg of the round of 16 at home. Against the Bayer Leverkusen at the Puskás Arena. Tell us how that went, the atmosphere, how it was.
Yeah, the first leg was in Leverkusen, was already 2-0 down, but the second game was 50,000 in the stadium, and the supporters, I think they made a beautiful atmosphere in the stadium. Of course, when you are down, after 1 minute or 2 minutes, you have problems. So, but the supporters, I think they did a really good job, and the stadium is beautiful and waiting for the finals.
Yeah, good rehearsal for the final, no doubt about it. I'll leave you in good hands with Giorgio as you both get ready to kick off the draw. Okay, over to you, Giorgio.
Thank you, thank you. And just a few notes. This is a completely open draw. There is no country protection, and no seeded teams, and no special conditions. So the 8 bowls containing the names of the quarterfinalists are placed all in this large bowl. And the pairings will simply be determined by drawing a first team, playing the first match at home against the next team drawn. The calendar of the quarterfinals and the semi-final matches will be communicated after the draw by the end of this afternoon. Since everything is ready, we just need to remind everyone who are the 8 great contenders. We start with Bayer Leverkusen, then Feyenoord, Juventus, Manchester United, Roma, Sevilla, Sporting Club, and Nyon Saint-Gilloise. Everything is ready. Zoltan, I trust you because you're very experienced in this job. So just start with the first ball and the first team for quarterfinal 1.
Manchester United.
First team drawn is Manchester United, the winners of the 2017 edition of this competition. Manchester United lost only 2 of the last 29 UEFA Europa League knockout matches. We didn't need this information, of course, to understand that there will be a serious club trying to get to the final.
Sevilla.
And it will definitely be a great quarter-final. Manchester United versus Sevilla. Sevilla is the club with the most titles in this competition. They will make it harder for Manchester United and vice versa, for sure. And Sevilla has also won all their previous Europa League and UEFA Cup quarter-final ties.
Juventus.
So Juventus is the next one. Juventus to start quarter-final 2, 3-time winners. At their 10th appearance in a quarter-final of the competition, with the last one having been in 2014.
Sporting Clube de Portugal.
Juventus will face off Sporting Clube de Portugal. So Juventus versus Sporting, which were finalists in 2005. The final played in their stadium, Alvalade. And Sporting has qualified today thanks to the thrilling penalty shootout yesterday at the Arsenal Stadium.
Bayer Leverkusen.
Now, Bayer Leverkusen, I know that your heart is bleeding, Zoltan, as they eliminated Ferencváros. But they are the first team for the quarter-final 3, trying to get another title after the one of 1988.
Union Saint-Gilloise.
And they will have to overcome first Union Saint-Gilloise, the proud debutants of this season. First time ever in the competition and first time ever in the quarterfinals, of course. And scoring a great deal of goals, 17. They are third after Feyenoord and Man United.
Feyenoord.
Here we are, Feyenoord. See, the finalist of the first ever UEFA Conference League last year. Feyenoord will play as the home team of the first leg at quarter-final 4. They are unbeaten in the last 13 European home matches. So let's see who will go to challenge
AS Roma.
And that will be AS Roma, which reminds us of a match which we all saw last year, the match that I mentioned before, the final of the first ever UEFA Conference League. So Feyenoord Roma completes the lineup of the quarterfinals, but we go further because we need to know which semifinals we will have. And this will be another integral draw among the 4 teams which qualify from the quarterfinals, all indicated as winners of quarterfinals 1 to 4. Again, the first pairing drawn or the first team drawn will play the first leg at home. Zoltan, again, it's your turn. Shuffle the 4 balls. And let's see which winner of quarterfinals will be semi-finalist 1.
Winners of quarter-final 2.
Winners of quarter-final 2, which is the one between Juventus and Sporting Clube. They will be the first team of the semi-final 1 against
Winners of quarter-final 1.
Against winners of quarter-final 1, which is Manchester United or Sevilla. So Juventus or Sporting will be opposed to Man United or Sevilla. Now let's go with the second semi-final to discover which one will be playing at home, the first leg.
Winners of quarter-final 4.
So either Feyenoord or Roma will play at home. This semi-final 2, their opponent will be one of the following 2 teams, obviously the last quarter-final.
Winners of quarter-final 3.
So Feyenoord or Roma against Bayer Leverkusen or Union Saint-Gilloise. Only one step is needed now to complete the draw, just to know who will be named first as the finalist in the team, and for this we have an open draw between the winners of the 2 semi-finals.
Winners of semi-final 1.
So Juventus or Sporting or Manchester United or Sevilla will be finalist 1. So name the first, nominally the home team, though there will be, of course, no home advantage for anyone.
Winners of semi-final too.
And of course, the second team named will be either Feyenoord or Roma or Bayer Leverkusen or Nyon Saint-Gilloise. Thank you to Zoltan. We've completed the operations. Pedro.
Thank you. You have indeed 3 operations as well, to be specific, with the 3 stages now set until the final at the end of the season. Let's review the results of the quarterfinals, especially because that is the certainty we have at the moment. We'll have Manchester United taking on Sevilla, record winners, Juventus playing Sporting Clube Portugal, Bayer Leverkusen locking horns with Nyon Saint-Gilloise, and Feyenoord will be playing Roma in that rematch of the UEFA Europa Conference League final last season. If you want to mark your calendars, you can do so. I can tell you the first legs of the quarterfinals will be played on the 13th of April, with the return legs scheduled for the following week on the 20th. The semi-finals, first leg on the 11th of May, second leg on the 18th of May, and of course, the 2 finalists will meet at the Puskás Arena in Budapest on the 31st of May. That will do it from all of us here at the House of European Football. Pleasure to have everyone with us here today for this draw. Thank you to Zoltan, thank you to Giorgio as well for leading us through the draw proceedings. And of course, we'll be seeing each other very soon in the near future. Good luck to all the teams involved, and see you in Budapest.